Connect with Mr. S.S. Mallikarjuna, Managing Director and CEO of Allahabad Bank. What do you think will be the immediate impact of this bank recap? Will you just get a bump up on your Tier 1 capital, or this means that business will start again?
See, there are a couple of things. First thing is that the capital was required to satisfy the regulatory requirements. If you have seen for Allahabad Bank at the end of December, our CET1 was 7.06, whereas the requirement is 7.375, and the overall CRAR was around 10.42, whereas the requirement is 10.875. Now, this is one way of requiring the capital for satisfying the regulatory requirements. Besides, we are also looking at reducing our net NPA by March below 6%. As at the end of December, it stood at 7.7. Now, this will give an opportunity for us to look for even growth. However, as I have already earlier indicated many times, that June is the time when we are expecting our break-even, and thenceforth, the plan, business plan and growth plan will be properly drawn. We are expecting few of the NCLT accounts to be settled before March. That will also give a leeway for us in reducing our gross NPA, and also a little amount of write back which comes will boost our the position in the capital. So in that sense, the capital infusion currently what is given is a wonderful opportunity for the bank, not only to comply the regulatory requirements, but also look at for the growth in the business.
Right. So when banks were recapitalized last time, it never translated into great uptick for any of the PSBs. Why do you think this time it's different?
No, I don't say it is different. This time, if you have seen, the computations were done by the government very clearly. And on 31st of January, we have seen 3 banks coming out of PCA. And the capital which is given to us will give an advantage of definitely complying to RBI regulatory requirements. And we can also look for growth. Specifically for Allahabad Bank, I would like to say that we have decided to close down our Hong Kong branch. Hong Kong branch loan book in March 18 was around 10,000 crores. We brought it down to 4,500 by December. This 4,500 also will be liquidated before March. So thus, even within the PCA parameters of restricting below the risk-weighted assets, we have enough headroom for increasing the advances, which we have been doing consistently, albeit with the control mechanism on the RWA, where we are looking at only high risk-weighted, that is low risk-weighted, that is 20% and 30% category.
So is this infusion enough then, Mr. Mallikarjuna, to get you above the PCA threshold?
Definitely it is sufficient. Okay. And already we have a government stake of 85%. With this, it will go a little further. So there would not be any headroom for us to ask again and again the government. Now, with this capital having complied to regulatory requirements and plan for the proper business growth, we need to go to the market for whenever required for getting the capital.
Right. I just wanted to understand, will you be able to now exit PCA? When will you be able to start lending again?
I have already indicated to you. The first part is, as far as PCA is concerned, it is the prerogative of RBI. So we avoid the decision of RBI. With respect to lending, as I have indicated earlier, we don't have any restriction at this point of time because we have the headroom up to RWA fixed, risk-weighted assets fixed as per the MOU. We have a lot of headroom is there. For example, at the end of December, while the limit was 1,29,000 crore, we were at only 126,000 crore. So there was headroom available, which is sufficient for us to take care up to June, by which time we are expecting the bank to come to profitability.
You know, one closing comment. For someone who's a minority shareholder, the minority shareholder would say, you know, what's going on? The banks are getting recapitalized, but banks are getting recapitalized at below book, which clearly means that the interest of a minority shareholder is getting compromised.
See, the current condition is that based on whatever status is there, if we go to the market, we are not very sure about the response. Capital requirement is needed to comply to regulatory needs. Under these circumstances, the opportunity left for the bank to take forward is only the recapitalization from the government. Now a situation has come where, as far as Allahabad Bank is concerned, we will have to depend on the market rather than going to the government again and again. In the longer run, definitely it will provide the value for the stakeholders.
Okay, all right, sir. Appreciate your time and thank you for joining us. Sandeep sir.